What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. This one's finished in shelter green with an MSRP at $59,000. Now, is this a gimmick? Is this just a fake Raptor on the baby truck from Ford? Honestly, no. I am super impressed with what the Ranger Raptor has to offer. I love the F150 Raptor, such a staple of a vehicle in today's world. It's been an amazing truck for a good 10 years now. This Ranger though, if you're not interested in a full size and just don't need that big of a truck, this truck has all of the Raptor goodness in a midsize. So I'm super impressed. Comment below, do you think the Raptor Ranger is a serious truck or just it looks cool and that's about it? But you are gonna find that 3-liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6 with 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. We got a full-time 4-wheel drive system, 10-speed automatic transmission, and then obviously you got quite a lot of cool capabilities like the front and rear locking differentials. You got Fox shocks. You can even tow 5,500 pounds. Payload's around 1,300 pounds. And then curb weight is close to 5,300 pounds. And with all this, 0 to 60 is low 5 seconds. This thing has been a heck of a lot of fun. Now, if we take a look at the styling, it looks like a Raptor. So a lot of the F-150 characteristics are in this truck, and I think they did a really good job. If we take a look at these LED headlights, you got a nice daytime running light in the white, a cool C shape, and then of course that turn signal, nice double beam, and then I love how the grille cuts into those headlights. You got Ford written out in huge letters as expected on a Raptor, forward-facing camera, and then a really nice mesh design to provide a ton of cooling. You got more openings in the center for cooling to the intercooler, all of your parking sensors, you have steel tow hooks, and then a nice metal skid plate underneath. More parking sensors, LED fog lights. I mean, this thing looks great. It really looks like a Raptor and definitely has some road presence. Got a nice sleek looking design for the hood, it cascades into the grille. Got some trim pieces as well, sharp body lines throughout it. And I like how the fender arches are gonna be bulging outward, so it gives it that wider body appearance. Nice gray color for the fender flares, and then beadlock capable wheels. These are 17-inch diameter. You can see the satin black, and then this ring right here is removable. Off-road tires as well, and then a nice trim piece on that front fender. There are a set of running boards powder coated in black with Raptor on the back. Honestly, these are a little bit gimmicky, I would say. Even my wife and I both, we feel these are kind of in the way for both of our heights, and we're about a foot apart. So personally, I would take these off and just do some frame sliders that are closer to the body because they're kind of annoying to get in and out of. You got to kind of step around them. So the truck's not big enough to need these, but nonetheless, they do look cool, but I would go for rocker aisles. You got your body color door handles and mirror caps, and then these are power folding with a turn signal as well as a camera on the bottom. Got black around the windows, crew cab with the shorter bed. So of course, you're going to get nice profile to this truck, really good proportions. You can see the bulge in the rear fender with the Raptor graphic, and then that plastic trim makes its way into the rear bumper. Now you have a dual exhaust with the active valve. This thing sounds really good. You have these steel tow hooks back here as well, all integrated to the frame rails, trailer hitch, and all the connections in the center. Ranger is stamped into the tailgate with our Raptor logo, and I really like these LED taillights. You got your Ford logo, grab handle up here, soft open, nice and convenient. And while this might be a fun truck to play with, you can still use it for the work. You got these C-clamp hooks and then a tape measure, so if you want to use the tailgate for a workbench, you're still able to get some things done. You have the spray and bed liner all throughout this as well with a few tow hooks, and then we have 2 different plugs on this left side. So a pretty useful bed, kind of like what you would expect. Doesn't really weigh much, we can easily close it. So definitely a sweet looking truck. Honestly, this is a serious truck, no gimmicks here. Now, if we take a look at the rear seat space, you're gonna get the black leather interior. Rear door panel has a little bit of plastic and then this soft touch material. Got your release handle and then the smooth leather with contrast stitching along with the ultra suede. You see more of the contrast, nice headrest, and then you can pull this down and we have a good armrest with 2 cup holders. There's a little bit of storage, a few plugs, and then just storage behind these seats. Now, for the backrest, there's a strap over here. You pull that, and with the headrest or seats out of the way, of course, these will fold down nice and flat and just gonna give you a good solid bench with carpeting, no real storage back here. So kind of minimalistic back there. But if I go ahead and hop in, the seat does have the memory seat, so it has slid back, but with it in my position, which is about 2 inches forward, I have plenty of legroom and knee room. So honestly, this is actually a really good back seat. Aside from no climate vents, which half the midsize trucks for whatever reason don't have them, That's my only drawback. The seats are comfortable, the recline's nice, plenty of headroom as well. Power sliding rear glass. But overall, this is a really good back seat for a midsize. Just wouldn't mind some climate events. But see these, I can't really stand on them because they're not really gonna help me out, so I wouldn't mind again. Those were either just sunken away or something. But that is my one minor complaint. Overall, I'm loving this truck. So up front, you're gonna get this really cool texture. It's like a vinyl material, soft touch. Got more of the leather material on it, some texture, memory seating, release handle. You got Ford Performance, and then all of the power controls. So my seat, I kind of leave it about there. So that is with the memory seat function. But you're gonna see the same seat materials with the ultra suede, the smooth leather, really nice bolsters on back. These are one of the most comfortable seats I've been in. This is a great place to be. You got Raptor written up with more contrast stitching, and then I love the steering wheel with the perforations and all the orange color. Hopping in now, foot on the brake, let's fire this thing up. So you have a really cool interior, you got all your screens. Sometimes the screen will lag, like if you hurry up and fire it up and put it in reverse or something. Twice today this did kind of freeze for about a minute. So one little drawback with it. From here, the steering wheel is really nice with all your buttons. You have cruise control settings and some Bluetooth, and then some shortcuts on the right side along with controls for the center screen. So scrolling up and down, you can see a few things of information in here, kind of what you would expect on any Ford. Of course, you have your speed readout, tachometer, and a few vitals. And then you have shortcuts for your steering wheel. You can toggle this, adjust how you'd like that to feel. Same thing for your dampers, and then exhaust valve, you're able to adjust. A few more controls, you have the R icon, you can set all that up. And we do have a nice set of steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They even are metal. Stalk on the right side for windshield wipers, and then turn signals over on the left with headlights all down below. Just a little bit of storage here, one of your air vents that matches the grille up front, and this cool soft touch vinyl. Got the stripe up here, speaker, and maybe a tad bit of storage, and then more of the soft touch material. Got a secondary glove box, good touch, nice and large, and then extra storage under here, a lockable glove box down below. And then the center screen in this long vertical design, you have a few icons up above for the home. You can see Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, towing information, phone, and navigation, all of that. You can toggle that icon and see all sorts of different settings within the truck. And then the camera icon, you can get a little bit of a look at that. Front view camera, top down view. And then if we exit out of here, you can take a look at climate controls down below. They will pop up on the screen. You also have physical ones down here. So you can easily adjust your temperature, which is a good touch, or you can use touch screen. You have fan speed in the center, volume in the center as well, a few more controls. And then going ahead and putting into reverse, you got your backup camera with the top down view. You can further adjust some of the camera angles. So towing, which is a really good touch, and then back into park. Now there's gonna be wireless phone charging down below with extra storage. We have cup holders in the center. Drive mode select over here. There is some haptic feedback. Probably heard that, but it will quickly cycle through things on the screen, which is a cool touch. So you don't just have to keep toggling it a million times. You can do it individually, but I like how you're able to do both. We also have a shortcut down here for the camera, gives you some tire tread and that front view. You have a few more shortcuts as well, 4-wheel drive select, trailer braking, and then some padding on the armrest with a decent amount of storage all down below. One last look at the interior. This is a fun interior. It's a nice place to be. I'm really impressed with the interior overall. It's pretty fun. Got a nice mirror up here, sunglass holder, extra auxiliaries if you want to add winches and lights, and then garage door buttons on the visor. All right, so setting off now. This is the most off-roading I can do in this, unfortunately, but this thing is quite a lot of fun. There's some power to this EcoBoost motor. It's really impressive. Drive modes all work pretty good. So let's go back into just normal mode. You can toggle manual and automatic with the shifter down below. So going back into drive now. And then if we tone down this exhaust into the quiet mode and make the steering wheel go into comfort, this is a really nice place to be. I found it to be incredibly comfortable. These seats are one of the most nice seats I've been in. I just fit in this truck so well. Great visibility all around, really easy just to see through this truck. Really no complaints at all driving it from the day to day. It is easy to operate in the normal settings. The suspension is so incredibly soft. I mean, this literally just plows through bumps, speed bumps, whatever you need to tackle, light off-road things, or of course heavy off-road, which hopefully we'll be able to take this to the trail soon. But I mean, this is just a nice truck to drive. Now, if we toggle this into the sport mode, of course the truck gets a little bit more aggressive. It'll be a little bit more aggressive with the shifting as well, and it will automatically put the modes into the more sport mode setting. I do love though how you can make the exhaust even louder if needed. And one thing cool, like in the rain, I was driving it yesterday, you can drift it a little bit and get the tail end out when you're in the rear wheel drive mode for the most part. Of course, if you go into Baja mode, it'll do the full all-wheel drive system just to make sure you have all the traction for those higher speeds Baja runs. But I like the tone of the exhaust as well. It definitely sounds like a V6. It's kind of nice to be in something that isn't a 4-cylinder. There's something positive about that. And then you can hear that blow-off valve as well. So let's go into Baja mode. We can just hold this and go into that mode. So this kind of is the full-on like off-road setting. The cameras will pop up. You're able to further adjust all of that as well. Yeah, this thing is pretty sweet to drive. But I don't think I really have any complaints with this from a normal car. Like, it just feels like a good mid-sized truck. It's got the space, it's got the size, it's really comfortable in the normal modes, but then you have the fun modes to just play with this like a little rally truck on the roads, and all the off-road settings to go hit the trails and go on an adventure. So, I don't know, it's nice to drive. If we go into sport mode now, as we get some turns, this is kind of the sporty drive mode for the road. Steering wheel stiffens up, the dampers stiffen up as well. And you can actually play with this on the street. So it seems like a pretty good blend of giving you a normal, comfortable midsize truck, but also some street modes to have fun on the road, and of course the off-road things. I mean, this has everything a Raptor should have in it. It's really impressive. I think they did a great job with the Ranger. I'm having a heck of a lot of fun with this truck. Really can't go wrong.